Please turn to Myers, page 149, and there are a few practice free response questions. Although not the best free response questions, they will give us a little bit of practice in how to go about answering some of these questions. So what I'd like you to do is actually try to answer this question. And again, we're doing number 3 on page 149. Pause me as soon as I'm finished saying this little bit, and then I'm going to go through the answers with you. But again, attempt to answer the question and then put me off a pause, and we'll go through some potential right answers. Okay, welcome back. So what you're going to see here is a way to answer this free response question. In red is the definition part. When you get a bullet-pointed term, I'm going to go back up here. So when you get one of these, usually what we want you to do is describe the term, and then apply it to the specific question that's asked, which is here. Okay? So again, if you go down, you're going to see that in red, I have given you all the definitions, right? Try to put them in my own words per se. Then in the blue, I applied it to the question. Now, this question is a very vague question because there's no way for us to actually know what epigenetics has said about brain development. So you have to keep things in general. There will be questions where you will actually know how to apply specific research to the application portion of the question. So again, read through this, you can pause me, but this is the way to approach this question. What I want you to notice, in addition to the red is definition, the blue is application, is notice I skipped a space between each bullet-pointed term. I addressed genes here, heritability, I skipped some lines, and I indented. Please do not write one essay or one paragraph. It is very difficult for a reader who has to read hundreds of these to actually have to go through and find where you're talking about the specific bulleted term. My second point, everything is in complete sentences, and grammar needs to be at least understandable. Okay, so again, complete sentences, skip spaces, dedicate a few sentences to each bullet point paragraph. And again, remember, this question, I'm going to go back up, is a little bit vague because we don't have any information where we can actually talk about brain development and what genetics says about it in a specific manner. So you're keeping it rather vague. Other questions, you will be able to use things you learn in psychology and apply it more specifically. Okay, that's the end of this podcast on how to do a free response.